or sitting in front of the bookshelf and shooting a video. This is what I thought of doing today. But today's topic is all for students, learners who have just passed examinations with flying colors. And also, I'll come to the other side of the topic. But stay with me for a couple of minutes. Hello, welcome to another video on my channel. Thank you for staying with me and thank you for choosing to watch a video for those of you who are new to this channel. I'm really happy that you have been supporting most of the content. My only request is to listen to the videos posted earlier because many of your questions have already been answered. Well, some of you have been sending emails consistently, inquiring about my health, inquiring about a lot of other things. It's not just training sessions. Okay, so coming to today's topic, recently we have been celebrating and encouraging students who have passed examinations, board examinations, university examinations with flying colors. I'm not speaking about every university and every board examination, but generally in the month of May, we were celebrating, congratulating, and spreading the joy of students who worked a lot and who scored good marks. Now, I received two emails where two learners, I don't want to mention the names, shared that they worked but they were not able to meet their expectations and they wanted me to do a video on examinations results. Now, how to study is a general topic that we find on YouTube. I've also done a lot of videos on how to really learn, not study. Generally, there's a conflict between the parents, the children, the learners, sometimes between the teachers and the parents once the results are out. First of all, I'll put everything in point form. The first thing is, if you really feel that there is room for improvement, you can definitely motivate yourself and encourage yourself. There'll be a lot of people who wouldn't have met their expectations and who really feel that they have put themselves down as well as their parents and their teachers or the school. See, if you really feel that there is room for improvement, if you feel that you have been wasting time, if you feel that you didn't give your best, I think you can always take this as a second chance or the best chance to bring in improvement, because there are a lot of people who improve just through examinations, through failures, or through not meeting expectations. So what I'm trying to tell you is it's not necessary that you failed, but you would have been criticized. To put it very plainly, you would have been criticized overtly by teachers or by parents for not giving your best or for just scoring 60 to 70%. You should understand, as a parent, as a teacher, I think many of you are already listening, and even as students, I think gone are the days where we grade a person based on the exam results, because this is not the end of everything. Board examination, university results, all these are ways of assessing what you have learned and how much you have learned. But I feel learning always happens for a continuous period. So this is the result of your studies. Like suppose you finish 10 years of your schooling, there is an examination to check, to give you the certificate, to give you the exam results. So I'm not trying to tell you that it's not important. If you feel that there is still room for improvement, if you feel that you could have done better, I think you can take it as a chance. But on the other hand, if you feel you have done your best and you've got something that you really expected, or even if you feel that I didn't expect this, but I've done my best, I think you don't have to pay attention to all the other words or everything that's going on. Because this is not the end. It is a turning point. Definitely your board examination, university result, everything, all these results it is part of your turning point. It is something that will help you to work on different things, to take a different direction in your life. But that's not the end, because there are success stories. There are a lot of people who take it up as a challenge and who come up even after failures, even after failing an examination. Right? So pay attention to this room for improvement. The next point is, I feel there are parents still in the society, there are guardians and teachers who compare. People feel that uh, there is room for comparison. Or you did better in 10th standard but not in 12th grade, or you did better in that particular level but here not. So why do you have to compare? Maybe, as I told you, it is the graph, it is the end, it is the output of a year's work or 2 years' work. So if you haven't done or if you haven't given your best, maybe that's what you get, that's what you reap. Okay, so if you don't put in your 100%, maybe you will not meet the expectation. If you work for some time, if you put in your sincerity, if you follow meticulous timetables and smart work plus hard work, both are important. Definitely you will reap the fruits of your hard work. Ups and downs, you get to learn a lot of things. So maybe the methods were not right, maybe you did not pay attention or focus on the areas that are really important, or maybe your health was not proper. So if there is a valid reason, you don't have to really be down. Okay, so coming to the next point, always remember that today we have very few people in the society. Still, it's there, but there are genuine and educated people in the society who do not go behind the grades and the marks. Of course, it is important, as I told you in the beginning of the video, but that will not define you for life. It is part of your life, but that will not define you. It's totally different. It has got less to do with your skills. We are living in the 21st century, and today there are a lot of schools. Like, for example, take language. We treat language as a subject during school days, and if you score 90% or maybe A plus grade for language, people feel, oh, you're the best. But it's not like that. Skill is different and subject is different. Similarly, when you take all the other areas of study, all the other areas of learning, you are giving the fruits, or you are giving the output for what you have studied for a period of time. But for learning, there is still time. So that is why I always ask my learners to be a learner for life. That's when you really learn and work on your skill. So learners listening to me, children listening to me, parents listening to me, this is not the end of everything. Treat it as a beginning. Okay, I do not mean to say that you have to fail in all the board examinations, or you don't have to give the best in your examination, you just have to be carefree. Nothing like that. Give in your best, but do not take it as the failure for life, because I have seen a lot of people in the society discouraging students, saying that, oh, you didn't get marks, then you're not fit for anything. Nobody is here, or nobody has the right to decide who is fit to live on the planet. Okay, you are the person who makes the choice. Of course, there's something known as destiny. There is something known as fate. There is something known as fortunate situations. When you treat everything without importance, without significance, when you have a carefree life, and when you're not cautious with anything, that's when you feel that, oh, it has lost meaning, life is not meaningful, there's no purpose, you lose hope, and then you become frustrated. I spoke about this in the previous video. For a short period of time, I would like to say that there will be people trying to compare your marks with other children, or there will be people trying to mock and poke and say you didn't give your best, so you're not fit, or you're not healthy, or you cannot learn anything further in life with these marks. There is a structure that we follow, but that's not the end of life. I've heard students saying, I did not study well till grade 10th, perhaps failed. Okay, but still after that, I took everything as a challenge, and then I just groomed myself, and today I'm in this position. So anything can happen. Life is unpredictable. And today there are a lot of people who score very high marks. You must have heard of rank holders and great toppers. I'm not discouraging them. Achievement is always an achievement. It's an asset. But there are a lot of people who use it for wrong purposes. We get to hear about murderers and a lot of people doing unnecessary things, going to the extent of hurting each other. And when you take the background of such people, some of them are rank holders, some of them are experts in whatever they do, some of them are the toppers in everything, in every skill. People who are thrown out of school, people who are not good for studies, they're not the ones who are behind everything. Of course, such people are there, but we have the brilliant, intelligent, so-called nerdy people also behind such atrocious acts. So nobody in the society can actually ban or put a label or tag a person as a useless, unhealthy misfit on this planet. It is you who decide. Today there'll be 10 people to discourage you, saying your report cards do not have enough marks. But tomorrow you can always change everything. Tomorrow things can change. See, every day, every second, there are people, there are experts working on the levels of education. Okay, I'm not here to speak about any system, particular system, but there are people working to improve and working for the better, because the world is changing in such a way. As I told you in the previous video, we are not made of microchips. Okay, we are made of flesh and blood. We need time. Some people need time to study, some people need less time. So that variation is there based on the circumstance and situation. But still, what you have to keep in mind is, don't go for others' words. Today, I can see a lot of people running behind words and convincing attitude and pleasing. All these things will not work in the long run. And if you score marks, good for you. But that is not something that defines you. What defines you is something else. There are other aspects of life. So what I always ask the parents is to teach the child to have some moral values, to be a human. Okay, even if you don't do great works for the society, even if you don't get involved in charity work, I think children, adults, everybody should learn to be a human, to understand the emotional needs. I'm not speaking about the wants, the emotional need of another human being, to treat another person with respect. If not respect, at least as a human being. That is very important, because today we have to teach the children such things. Only if we set an example, they will follow us. So more than the grades and more than the marks I'm not against academic excellence. It's always an achievement. Okay, it's definitely an achievement, but that's not the end. Okay, it is only the beginning of your responsibility towards yourself, the society, and towards your passion and profession. But today parents are behind children. You need to speak properly, you need to be good in all the other skills, you need to be good in that, this, and be the best. And with all this competitive examination, children seldom get time to even go out and play or do the things that they're supposed to be, engaged in physical activities. So that is the truth, that's a sad reality, and it's because the world is becoming very competitive, challenging. Unnecessary competition has also creeped in. We cannot deny that. More than the needs, people are bothered about the wants. So when we live in such a situation, I'm not asking the parents to be very careless, because I've seen parents who are very careless also with certain things. Because in the next video, I'll be speaking about minute things that you have to keep in mind when it comes to communication. Generally, people speak about sentences, phrases, and things, all the expressions. But there are things that are connected with your behavior also. Whatever I learn, I share with you. It's not very easy as we motivate and as we try to spread positivity, because there are some, insincere people who feel that, motivational speakers and positive attitude, all these things are crap. It's not about positivity and motivational topics, but it's more about how you rise as a phoenix. You will have 100 people around you discouraging you just because of your marks, just because of what you did the whole year. Take it up as a signal. Suddenly you will not see any traffic signal turning green. You will be given warning. Okay, then after that it turns red. So you have the amber, the red, and then the green. So there's always a warning. There is always a kind of cue that's given to you saying that this is coming up. So especially specifically before the red color, there will be a warning. Amber is there. So just like that, do not let the amber in your life get extinguished. Let it go on. And then let it spark and become a big fire of passion. So when you have the spark, when you have the amber lit up, definitely it will develop into the fire of passion. Right? So thank you so much, and God bless you all.